I love speaking. I really don't. I hate it. Which is probably why I'm good at social media, because I can hide behind my computer and it's not scary. But so I'm just supposed to share my, what am I supposed to share? My coach? My like coach success or something story. So I'm just gonna tell you about how, like, just kind of the journey. So I started coaching, like she said, 2 years ago, and I was doing Insanity. I did Insanity, actually I started a 10-minute trainer after I had my daughter, so it would have been 6 years ago. And I was an infomercial girl, just got it out there, and then after that went on to Insanity and did it for about 4 years, off and on. I never wanted to work a job. I always wanted to be home with my babies, which is why I worked out at home, because I didn't even want to go to the gym and take them to daycare at the gym or whatever. And so like these at-home workouts were it for me. I played college volleyball, so I was always really active, and I was just missing that. Once I had my kids, I was just kind of got lost in mom role and would slack on and off. I would be really good while I was doing Insanity, and then I'd be like all in or all out. So I was just so up and down. So I had my second baby, Knots, and started a photography business all at once, kind of, just because I wanted something. I wanted an outlet and something that I could do on the side. And so that kind of took off, and I got really busy with weddings, and seniors is what I was specializing in, and still was feeling not awesome as a person. Like I just didn't feel confident, just felt like I wasn't like living up to what I could, basically. And so I found my coach on Instagram and just got into a challenge group, like probably 98% of you guys. Fell in love with Shakeology, and we were in the middle of vet school. My husband is now a vet in Rigby, and so we were living very frugally. We were taking out, I mean, way too much in student loans and all that stuff, so we were just trying to live as minimal as possible. And I told JD that I wanted to stay on Shakeology because I was just feeling the benefits and loved it, and he was like, no way. Like, that's like a quarter of our grocery bill, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, ah, gosh. So then I learned about the coaching opportunity, not even the business side of it, but just that I could get the discount. And I'm like, yes. I'm like, this is what I'm gonna do. So I told JD, I'm gonna get the discount. I'm gonna help a couple people each month, like just talk to them about it. Because I already had started posting like my Insanity stuff, just to kind of hold myself accountable on Instagram, and people were kind of asking what I was doing. So I got a glimpse of like how it could work. And so I signed up to coach, and my husband was not on board at all. And he just kind of rolled his eyes like, oh great, here we go again, because I kind of am that person that once I do something, I just kind of like do it. And he knows me better than I know myself, I'm sure. And so he wasn't too stoked. He thought I was gonna go crazy, like I kind of did, but but it was okay, because then I was able to stop shooting photography, which I shot the rest of my weddings through that end of that year, so it was about 6 months into coaching, and I didn't book anything else, so I was able to be home 100% with my kids. I wasn't having to leave every night and edit all the time and be at my computer like way too much for editing and all that stuff. And the benefits of what coaching is all about, and just embracing the lifestyle that Beachbody presents, is what changed my life. So he was not on board until I got him to start personal development. And the first book he read was John C. Maxwell, 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, I believe. Is it that one? I can never remember the numbers, but So here at that, and he started to see the benefit of it. He started to see the changes in me and how I was more positive and how I was just feeling fulfilled. And so he slowly came around to the idea of coaching and what it could do long term. And for me, I saw immediately what it took for me to fully embrace the things that it was taking for me to change, and that wasn't from what I was getting in the challenge group. Like I talked about earlier, that was what I was getting from coaching and the personal development and the culture and the team and that environment and that just surrounding yourself with like-minded people who are driven and motivated. And so that was what really attracted me to the opportunity. And it didn't take me long to see the big picture and to realize, hey, if I buckle down and if I hustle hard, we can really do something with this. And so we were 2 years into vet school when I started coaching, and we're estimating to graduate with a little over $100,000 in debt of student loans, which we were fine with. And we were trying to live off of what we earned through photography. My husband builds saddles, so we were just living really frugally. And he's awesome, and he got some scholarships through school because he did really well. And then I hustled really hard, and we were able to graduate with no student loans. And then we were able to buy our home in Rexburg that we would have never, this was our home that we probably were thinking maybe 15, 20 years down the road once he was really established. And we were able to buy it right out of school, and just, oh my heavens, just thinking back to where we would be right now had I not taken that first step, and where we are now because I took the step, boggles my mind, and it blows my mind. And knowing that helps me to not be afraid to reach out to people and to know what this business can do for someone and the lives that it's changing every single day. If you're not sharing about it, you're being selfish, because you have something that is gold, that will change someone's life entirely. And to keep that to yourself isn't fair to everyone else. I don't know if you're a member of the church, I feel like I'm a fitness missionary, and what I have is too good not to share with people. And so that's, I think, what's driven me to hustle hard and to really be passionate about helping my coaches have success, and mentoring them and helping them see the big picture early on, because when they have that reason and when they have that why, that is what drives you, and that is what keeps you going, and that is what helps you be consistent with the little things that it takes to be successful. So if you're struggling, or if you're in a rut or whatever, dig deep and figure out why you're coaching. Figure out what you want out of life, because it's possible. Because you can make anything happen. We are in complete control of our future, and it's in our hands. So if you just grab hold of it and take it, you can go wherever you want with this. So, yeah.